Let your right hand train your left hand. That's where I kind of dropped off, and I was like, no, my left hand's stupid. You know, it's absolutely full retard. So like, what do you mean? Like, what kind of things do you do to actually like get your left hand into that like mode of like performing Moeller method?
Yeah, that's actually a really good question. Okay, so like the best way, like I suffered from a terrible left hand for the longest time, and I still don't like my left hand is like. It's still not where I want to be, but it's way better than it was. So, okay, so if you want to train your left hand, or your weak hand if you're lefty, play whatever you want to play with your right hand, and just think about how it feels, like if it gets sore, or if if you feel yourself tensing up and stuff like that. So like if you're feeling yourself tensing up, like say if you're just doing, like if you're playing like a hi-hat pattern or something like that, and you feel yourself tensing up, you're going to feel that in your left hand. So whatever, most of the time your weak hand is going to try to mimic your right hand, no matter what, if you train it or not. So you feel then, like however this feels, like don't think about how it sounds, but how it feels. And so if it feels like very tense and it doesn't feel like it's very natural, most of the time your left hand is also going to be at the same page. So say if you have your right hand is like, you know, like finger stuff, and it feels very natural to do this, but then your left hand's like not quite there. Try to think of like, okay, well this feels like this, how can I get it to feel, and just try moving your arm in different places just to get it to mimic this hand. So like most of the time it'll be a simple thing as like, oh, your left hand's like in more, or like your pinky's off the stick, or like something, like maybe your left hand thinks that it's more comfortable holding it this way, and then you're not getting sound and it feels different. Like really examine the way you hold the stick and try to make it identical. You know? So same thing with like working with rudiments. It's very important to do all your rudiments also lefty. So one exercise I've been working on that helps me a lot is doing 2 paradiddle diddles and then half a paradiddle. So it's right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left, left, right, left, right, right, and then you start the whole thing over, but now it's in your left hand. So it makes your brain have to think like, okay, now my left hand has to do some more work, and your brain's not going to like it, but it'll really help you develop your left hand because I think all your life when you do single strokes, it's always like your left hand's quiet and your right hand's pounding away on the one. You know, I think it's for everything. If you're playing like punk stuff and you want to do like, most of the time your left hand is just playing quiet and your right hand like keeping the pulse. You want to be able to do that with your left hand too. Not necessarily if you need to use it or not, but it'll definitely help you. So for that one exercise, you want to be able to accent all the beginnings of each phrase. And you want to do it slow. Don't speed up. Because even I like have trouble with stuff like I can play the normal one, like I can play paradiddle diddles with my right hand all day. My left hand, my brain doesn't know what's going on. That's probably how fast I could probably do it. But the more you do it, like the more fluid it'll be, and you can start mixing and matching what you want to do. That's almost triple the speed, and that's just because it's righty and I'm used to doing that, you know. So if you start mixing them, you start to like your brain starts to understand right from left, and it starts to not matter that it's your right or left. It's just you're hitting the drum a different way, kind of thing. But that's like definitely the best way to train your left hand to match your right hand. Or a lot of people like to play everything they can play, normally like a beat, and just play it like open-handed. But a lot of times that ends up with like the right hand like pounding on the hi-hat because it's not used to it. So try to think way back when you first started playing like what you first started practicing when you first started picking up sticks, and whatever that point is like a more natural point for your right hand to be playing. So practice all that kind of stuff with your left hand. You know, just try to really be fluid. And that's like, in my opinion, that's the best way to train your left hand to be equal to your right.